first two short laps. They're coming to
What up? What up? What up? It's your boy Tom. And I just want to say a few things to Bill Maher, who are telling people to grow up, stop reading comic books. Bill Maher said, grow up. Stop reading comic books. I want you to know something, Bill Maher. I like reading comic books. All right. I'm a grown man. I'm a grown man, Bill. I'm probably in your age group, my 50s. I think you're in your 50s. But I've been reading comic books for a long time. Let me tell you something, Bill. Some X-Men for you. Some Wolverine. I got a whole bunch of them right here. Hundreds of them. Let me tell you something, Bill. Let me tell you something. Some more Wolverine. Let me tell you something, Bill. Every now and then I still read these. Some of these are 15, 20 years old. Let me tell you something, though. The imagination is a powerful thing. And when you can tap into your imagination and use that imagination to go ahead and bring others into a whole world that you created, that's talent. That's just pure talent. That's just pure talent. Now, when you do bring people in that imagination, and there are people who are benefiting, there are people who are actually making a living, there are people who are making millions and millions of dollars. Okay, Chris Hemsworth. All right. You know what I'm saying? When there are people making millions and millions, this is not an X-Men, making millions of dollars. Look at how much the comic book industry, let's just say, look at just how much the X-Men movies have made. Look at, just the Spider-Man movies, just the Spider-Man movies. Look how much they made. Look how much the MCU has made. How much Batman movies have made. And look, we got 20 more movies coming up in like the next less than 10 years. Look at, they've made billions of dollars, Bill Maher. Billions. Billions of dollars. And are they hurting anyone, Bill? No. They're not hurting nobody. Not out here hurting anybody. You know what I'm saying? Little angel going on there. These people ain't out here hurting nobody. These people are out here celebrating life. They're out here expressing themselves and using their imagination. That's what art is all about. Art is all about what can you imagine and bring to fruition and share with other people. That's what an artist does. That's what Stan Lee is. Stan Lee brought his imagination to fruition and shared it with us. And I, for one, am very grateful that Stan Lee did that. I'm very grateful Stan Lee, made, him and his crew made up a Wandingo. What's a Wandingo, Bill Maher? You know what a Wandingo is? Huh? This is a Wandingo. Right here. This guy fighting the Wolverine. is a Wang Dingo. You know the story behind the Wang Dingo? You know how somebody becomes a Wang Dingo? And guess what? A Wang Dingo is not a superhero and it's not a supervillain. Okay? And it's usually connected to one area. It's a spiritual creature that happens to turn anybody into it when they eat the flesh of someone else. It's usually somebody stranded in the woods or a plane crashes, and then people are starving up in Canada somewhere in the mountains, and they start eating each other. They turn into the Wang Dingo, and whenever the Wang Dingo comes about, it just starts slashing and whatnot, and the person can be saved. But it's an interesting concept because there's Bishop, my dude Bishop, because when you become the Wang Dingo, you can actually turn back into your regular person. So when Wolverine is fighting somebody, he doesn't go all in because he knows that's a real person right there. They're not evil. They're not bad. They just did something they had to do. So Wolverine in his bloodlust doesn't go all in like, I'm going to kill him. Wolverine doesn't do that. He has to control himself, but he has to keep his head so he doesn't get it taken off by the Wang Dingo. Do you know how hard it is to draw stuff like that up, Bill Maher? I don't even think you have an imagination. You know who these two guys are? If you watched the X-Men movies, you would know who these two guys are. They're brothers. Scott Summers, Cyclops, and his brother Havoc. The interesting thing about Cyclops is he gets his ability from another universe. Whenever he has to wear ruby quartz lenses, and whenever he fires off a beam that is actually powered by the sun, it's coming from another dimension. Scott Summers also is peak human performance. He don't get tired. His brother Havoc, his whole ability is a little harder to explain, so I'm not going to try to explain to you. But these two, when they get into a fist fight, they can't hurt each other with their power. Did you know that, Bill? Did you know that, Bill? Bet you didn't know that. How about that guy? Came to destroy the X-Men, but he was conquered by Storm because he fell in love with her. How about these guys right here? You know who these guys are? You know who these guys are, Bill? Huh? This is when Professor Xavier joined the Evil Mutants. The Blob, the immovable Blob. See that guy right there? Yeah, Blob is not a bad guy. Just got picked on a lot. You know who that is right there, Bill? That's Scott Summers, but you know who's covering his eye? The White Witch. Yeah, she took Scott over because Jean was gone. So she started running around and sleeping with Scott. Her second mutation is diamond form. Yeah, there's a second mutation, Bill. I bet you know who these guys are. The XL, I bet you know who that is right there in the pink. That's Blink. The other guy's Mimic. The other guy's Sasquatch. Huh, you don't know? No, you don't know these guys? Mm-hmm. No, Bill? You don't know none of these guys? Come on, Bill Maher. Come on, Bill. A little bit more X-Men for you. Who's this? Here's a villain for you. Guy with fire. He can't actually make fire. He's also in an X-Men movie. He can't make fire. He can only control it once it's made. Pyro is his name. I think he's an Aussie. Here you go, Bill. Everybody knows that guy. Magneto. Yeah. Old Charles. Lance Shear. Yeah, I bet you know about him because Charles is actually Jewish. Huh? Yeah, his parents were rounded up in Auschwitz. That's why he grew up hating humans. You know who that is? Mimicking Imogene. That's Mimic. That's his ability. He can turn into whoever he wants and use their power. Yeah. Come on, Bill. You know some of these people, don't you? Some more exiles for you. We ain't gonna keep going with the exiles because you don't know nothing about them. You don't know nothing about them. Yeah, Bill. That's why I like stupid people like you, Bill. Because you criticize someone who is, he's gone for one. You'll criticize a man who's dead. But a man who's bringing so much joy to so many people. Because you're stupid, Bill Maher. Look at that. Look at that drawing a storm. That person took the time out to draw a storm. The wind rider, the weather witch. Good old Storm before she cut her hair off. Who's actually African. She's an African princess. And in her homeland, she's actually a goddess. There goes Scotty again, Wolverine. And I believe the other person on the other side is Wolverine's cloned daughter. Yeah. No, that's not her. That's the White Queen. My bad, but that's her second mutation. She turns into diamond form. Which, when she turns into diamond form, she's actually not breathing. It's interesting. Gotta love her diamond form. That's some DC for you. Catwoman, who has no superpowers. She's just pretty much ambidextrous and super flexible. Yep. Yep. A little bit of Bobby Drake. A little bit of Bobby. Iceman. Yeah. Some Weapon X. Or actually Weapon 10 is what it really is. Yeah. Here's one of the X-Men. One of the newer X-Men. You don't know much about this guy. He's actually French. The thing about him, his super speed, his super talent is he's fast. But he's not as fast as a DC's Flash or a Marvel Comics, a Pietro. I'm trying to school you, Bill Maher, bring you up. He's not that fast, but he is fast. He's also a twin. He's also gay. Huh? Bill? Here's a gay dude for you. Come on, Bill. This guy actually has a star in his head. And if they try to take it out of his head and blow up the whole world, probably the universe, it's a collapsing star that's in his head. Yeah, Bill? Comic books? Oh, yeah, a little Superman for you. Guess who that is, Bill? That's Lois Lane. Yeah, she got infected. Yeah, went and attacked her. And some more Superman for you, Bill. Come on, Bill. You like Superman. Come on, Bill. Everybody likes Superman. A little Storm again. He goes Blob. And let me tell you something, Bill. Let me tell you something, because I think what you did, you said that you should read books that do not have pictures in it. I wanted to let you know something. Comic books have what's called trade paperbacks. This thick, no pictures, just all stories. You know how hard it is to write 500 pages of something that you just made up? Bill. Come on, Bill. Come on, Bill. That's why I like you. Come on, Bill. 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 Come on, Bill. You can do it. Come on. Oh, man. Oh, come on, William. There's some more X-Men for you, Bill. Huh? A little bit more X-Men for you, Bill? Yeah. That one's got Jean Grey in it, though. Wolverine in the back. Yep. Storm off to his left. Yeah. And Professor Xavier. Yeah, I read all these books, Bill Maher. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that Wolverine. You always pop on my notification. That's why I'm always on your channel. And I appreciate every bit of it. Look at that, Bill Maher. I'm trying to school Bill Maher right now. Wolverine when he goes off on his own, as he often does. Another Wolverine when he goes off on his own, as he often does. Some more X-Men. Yeah. Here's somebody you don't see, but he's a mainstay. You know who that is, Bill Maher? That's Hank. In other words, he's called the Beast. Yeah. You know his ability is? He has animal-like instincts. He's super fast. And he's super strong. Yeah. Who's that riding on his back? That's Jean Grey riding on his back. Yeah, supposed to be Rogue's, not Rogue, supposed to be Rogue's brother. Rogue's adopted brother. Rogue was adopted by Mystique. Nightcrawler's actually German. How's that? There's a German guy on there. Z Nightcrawler, you know what his abilities are? The Nightcrawler actually vanishes from one place to another. This guy right here, the blue guy, this other blue guy, this guy right here. But you know what? He has a tail. And you know what? When he goes from one, why did you erase your message? Okay, anyways, when he vanishes from one place to another, guess what he actually does? He teleports. But guess where he goes? He teleports through hell. I mean, how you come up with that stuff? That's why whenever he shows up in another area, it smells like brimstone, because he's actually traveling through hell. Got you on that one, didn't I? You know what that is, Bill? That guy is Sinister. He's a scientist. Yeah. He actually captured Scott Summers, Cyclops, and Jean Grey because he wanted to dissect them and he wanted their DNA. Huh? You got a doctor in the house, Bill. How's about that? You know what this is? This is Lilandra. I think she's from the Shi'ar. She's a Shi'ar princess. She doesn't have any mutant abilities. She's a princess. But you know what? She's as strong as a man. Yeah, she's as strong as any man. Any normal man. She's stronger than they are. Huh? How about that? There's the White Queen again. Yeah, and she's sexy. Yeah. More Wolverine. I'm just showing Bill Maher that I am an avid, or was an avid comic book reader, because Bill Maher is an idiot to say what he said about Stan Lee. And I just wanted to let him know that an old guy like me reads comic books, and comic books have allowed people like myself, because I have a book too. My book is called The Sorrowed King. Have allowed people like me to express themselves and other people to appreciate comic books, things that you write. Look at that. Whoop, whoop. Yeah. Yeah. That's sexy, wasn't it? Oh, look at there, Bill. Young Justice League. Don't tell me you never heard of Young Justice League. Know that you have. Know about the Young Justice League. Love Young Justice League. There's another X-Men you probably never heard of. You know what her ability is? She turns herself into sand. Guess what, Bill? She's Middle Eastern. She's Middle Eastern, Bill. What? There are Middle Eastern people we're writing about who got superpowers? Oh, hell no. Yeah. I know you know who this guy is. Huh? Deadpool. Yeah. Look at his assistant. She's sexy, ain't she? But that's not his girlfriend. He actually beat her boyfriend up because her boyfriend put her into the hospital. So he beat him within an inch of his life. Ooh, woo! You know who that is, Bill? The guy right here, that's a wild child. Yeah. He's pretty much an animal. He's a lot like Wolverine. Anyways, I just wanted to express my appreciation to assholes like Bill Maher who have the nerve to criticize a man and his legacy who has done more for us than you ever will, Bill Maher. Nobody cares about your stupid show. Nobody cares. You're not important. Stan Lee has helped millions and millions and millions and millions and millions of children and adults and people just handle their frustrations about life through the imagination. And how dare you criticize that? You don't have, I mean, how dare you do that? How dare you? So big ups to Stan Lee. Love you, Big G. You live to be, 89? Thank you. Stan Lee presents X-Men. Bum, 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 bum. Previously on X-Men. Gene! Love it. And I'm going to make some music nobody's going to listen to because nobody's listening to me now. Love it. Da 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 yeah. Wolverine. Wolverine. Well, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna start off with a bass. I'm gonna challenge myself. I'm gonna start off with a bass. Just take it from there. Oh. Wow, I'm gonna start off with a bass. Oh, I like that. Okay. I like this. Tempo. All right, see what that does. Yep, Bill Maher's an idiot. But you can't blame an idiot for saying idiot stuff. Just an idiot. Bill Mark Bill. It messed me up. Do it again. What up, man? How you doing? I must have left already. Anyway, good to hear from you. Good to hear from you guys. Sucks. I'm gonna try something else. Now with something else. Try to make another beat because that sucked. I did like this. That's why it sucks. I'm going too fast. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. That's all right. Yeah, Bill Maher. Omar. Idiot. Oh, that's terrible. I don't like the delay there. Thank you. Thank you very much. I was hoping that you were a female, but you know what? I say if a man is, got himself together, I wouldn't use the word handsome, but oh, Alexandra. Alexandra. Where you from, Alexandra? Where you from? Where you from, Alexandra? Philly. Alexandra from Philly. Well, I'm from Pittsburgh. Big ups, PA. Big ups. I see, I don't know what you look like, so I can't be like, oh, your hair is so... I don't know what you look like. I got no idea. But your hair is nice. You got nice, I don't know. But you got, I don't know. Your hair is doing something. I don't know. I don't know. I'll just throw that out there. Alexandra has nice hair. It's up here. It's doing something up here. It's got I don't know. She's got something going on up there, but it's nice. It's gorgeous. She's got nice hair, though. It's shiny. Yeah, I bet your hair is shiny. I bet you got shiny hair. I bet you got it. Afro Sheen, I got you. Little Afro Sheen. I'm from Braddock, Pittsburgh. Yeah. We from North Philly? I'm from by the Pittsburgh. But I graduated out in Beaver Falls, which is the other side of town. I like that. I like this little beat. And I like it. Look, got a little something to it. A little something to it, don't it? Got a little something to it, don't it, Alexandra? It's got a little swag to it. Rhode Island, what up? Earrings and things. Oh, you're a woman. You know what? I had no. I erase it again. Earrings and things. Yo, so do you? She's probably gone. There's one person here. I don't know who it is, but if you're earrings and things, do you sell earrings? And what are the other things that you sell? I want to know. But y'all send me a picture of y'all or something so I can see what y'all look like. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to put my email address so I can see what some of y'all look like. Because some of y'all probably queens looking all good, bang. I don't even know about it. I'm trying to see who looking right. Who looking right? Trying to see who's looking right. Does this need piano? Tell me if this needs piano. Would you put piano on here? Let me know. I just want to know if you would put piano on there. Oh, Philly in the house. Okay. In West Philadelphia, born and raised. You put some piano up in here. Put some piano. Minor, major chords. Hold on, maybe a little piano. Everybody's gone. My back is getting big. I'm working on it. The Incredible Hulk. Is the Hulk his own race? The Hulk is green. So if the Hulk is green, is he his own race? Yo, you green, bro. Yo, son, ain't no green people allowed to come up in here, okay? I don't care who you is, you green. Now, out of here, Delmar. Voice on here. Just to mess around with it. I'm gonna throw some voice on here. I'm in my own world right now. You guys are welcome to join me. Ha! See, like that. No. Leave like it is. Smell, ain't it? Ain't that smooth? Oh. Ain't that smooth? That's smooth. smooth. That's smooth. I know that's smooth. Hungry. Oh, I just thought of something. About what? What's going?
About Columbus, Ohio.
What about it?
Well, I was asking, what type of living situation do you think I could get? I wanted to get a one-bedroom apartment, and my rent would be around
Oh, you keep. That's good. For 1 bedroom? That's good.
Where do you think I could stay? Do you think I would be able to get a decent apartment for that much?
Oh, yeah. Nice area. Absolutely. Real nice.
Like this Friday night.
Huh?